pretty good with putting all these dryland stuff in that we do too.
And how often are you guys doing dryland?
So we do activation every morning. So we never get wet dry.
Okay.
So we always will do something. We do dryland on a Monday as a big group. We were doing a Tuesday one. So we obviously were getting everyone doing the dryland. And then Saturday morning. So we have a big block on a Saturday. So that's one big thing that I sell is your weekend doesn't start as a swimmer until after Saturday morning training. So the kids like that, and as we said, they like the whole team stuff. They don't need to run off to school. As we can see, some kids getting out, got to rush off to school. Yeah. But we got kids that travel, hour and 20 minutes just to our program. So
wow. Okay.
So a big commitment and something that we drive. But that's where this comes in handy.
Yeah. Adoption is happening within the U.S. where there's not a lot of coaches that are really well versed on how to train on land. Like they may know, thousands of books, read thousands of hours, talk to thousands of coaches on how to train in the water, but they don't know how to actually make that transfer happen. And for you seem a little bit more unique in that sense that you have a sports physio that's around that can help. Also, you're knowledgeable from swimming and now doing CrossFit, but just talk a little bit about what benefit you've seen with dryland and strength and conditioning with Harlee Lee.
Yeah, I guess with us, obviously we got a strong passion for the dryland side of things and keeping the kids active. I guess the number one philosophy with any swim program is if you're not fit on land, you're not going to be fit in the water. You can't pull your body weight through the water if you can't even do a base squat or a base push-up or just the minor fundamentals on land. You've got no hope in the water to swim fast. And I think trying to change that awareness through programs is needed. Obviously for us, we took a big risk and obviously voiced that we needed a physio to build that awareness as well. Obviously we got partners that do the dryland and activation, and obviously we communicate with them a lot through what we need to do and trying to upskill and change up. But I think the number one thing with the dryland program that I recommend for any swim program is the variety. You're getting these kids swimming up and down on a black line, and you can do as many drills or as many pace sets as you like to challenge them. If you can do something on land as a bit of cohesion within the team, it's great. So I'm quite lucky with my other half. She does PT work with our groups as well, and we've got some partners that we've built in-house and they've got their own business, the JX2 crew. They've done very well and our kids enjoy it. It's you've got your boys that they like the big muscles and they want to be good, and the girls they want to stay fit at the same time. So it's bringing that social aspect into everything. And I guess within our program we have that number one thing, we want to be a great program, but the kids have a bit of a joke and they want to be the best looking program as well. So that's always a bit of a laugh. But I guess trying to build into our program, the dryland is important. We can sometimes do it almost on the odd weeks that we're not competing. Almost we offer 5 sessions, whether that's a running session or we're doing interval work or just circuit work with some box exercise. I think having a range of muscle groups, you need to be able to build just the simple things rather than just all the major muscles. And activation is key. We never get in the water dry, and I think that's one thing that I've learned over time as a swimmer and an early young coach, that you need to activate and you need to warm up your muscles. Otherwise, injury is going to occur, or later down the track, touch wood, something could happen as your body starts to get a little bit older, like we all do, can deteriorate, or those little muscles, they need warming up as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think it's really interesting. We wrote a blog post that you don't swim to warm up, you warm up to swim. And every single coach that I've ever swam under, even some of the best USA swimming coaches, we never did anything on land.
Oh, wow.
Everyone was always sitting either on the side of the pool deck, maybe talking to coaches, just conversing, and then it was all right on the top, 400 choice or whatever. So I think it's interesting now, knowing my background in exercise science, and I have a master's actually in strength and conditioning, being able to understand that translation and seeing, and hearing what you just said and how important it is. But even with the coaches that I swam for, we never did that. Yeah,
exactly right. And I just feel that, it just builds that kind of like you're teaching the kids at the same time. So at the same time, we might have one kid in every program that will excel, but you look at how many can make an Olympic team. But you're also building the awareness to someday they might be like, you're right. I mean, and trying to teach and everybody else out there, and they love it. So, you mean, trying to build that awareness, and I guess another thing, I mean, bringing in a music, you mean, the boombox and everything like that. My kids love it, but that only happens when we do dryland activations. So it brings another sense of, oh, I want to be there because I want to hear that song. Or, I mean, I want to jam it out with my friends at the pool. So you're trying to build a different sense of culture, and then obviously, I mean, the importance before, I mean, getting in the water, it's vital. So you can't stress that enough.
Yeah, for sure.